Y'all remember when Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre was telling y'all it was nothing but a G thing in here? Because I was sitting in the studio when they was about to record this song, right? Long time ago. You know how I do. I'm everywhere. So I was like, well, where they at? And as soon as I said that, I heard four knocks at the door. I was like, who in the world is that? I mean, it was literally like that. It was one, two, three into the four. So I went to open it up, and it was Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre was at the door. And it looked like, oh, I was like, man, y'all ready to make it interesting. Let me back on up. They was like, you know, you about to rip this up. I was like, sure. So which one of y'all going first? Snoop said, go ahead and pass me that microphone first, so you know I can bust like a bubble. Cause it's me, Dr. Dre, Compton, Long Beach. You know it's in trouble. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Cause you got these two locked out cats going crazy. I was like, all right, Snoop. You know I feel like you're kind of trailing. Can you reel it back in? He was like, you know what, you right. So back to the lecture at hand. You know, I'm gonna tell him how everything from a young G's perspective. And you know, before I get with the woman, I got to make sure I got protection and you know got that contraception because I ain't about to be out here slipping. You know, because she could be earning a man, learning a man, and at the same time burning a man. And look, for real deal, Holyfield, I ain't with none of that. But if she clean and it's cool, you know, go ahead and break me off a piece of that funky stuff. And you know, we can do it like that. So I was like, well, Dre, what you about to do? He was like, man, you know, I'm gonna just talk about how I was peeping, creeping, and creeping, and you know, and the one time when I almost got caught because my people kept beeping. But what I'm really gonna sit there and discuss is how they ain't never been on a ride like this before, with a producer who can rap and control the maestro. Because you know, everyone knows it's dope with the rhymes I kick. Because you know, and I know I flow some more funky-ish. I was like, you know, you right. So what you gonna do with this, man? This is just be another collect, you know, add to my collection, this selection of what me and Snoop Dogg really came to do. And you know, we came to rock this joint. So I was like, all right, so y'all ready to go in there? Snoop was like, you already know I'm ready to go in here. I'm ready to go in here and murk this thing with a hellified gangster lean. I'm about to get funky on this mic like an old batch of collard greens. I'm like, sure, man, like Snoop, you sure you can do that? He looked at me up and down like, how are you gonna even ask me that? I'm the capital S, and yes, I'm so fresh. NOOPDOGGY How in the world you gonna sit there and ask me that question? I was like, you right, I'm slipping. Well, he was like, in fact, I need to discuss something with Dr. Dre. So he was like, Dre, he's like, what's up, dog? You know, we got to break him off something. And he was like, hell yeah. And they got to be bumping from the city of Compton. And so I guess they was getting ready to go in there and do what they do. And I was like, well, Dre, if you say something slick and say something crazy, you ain't worried about no one stepping to you? He was like, man, I ain't worried about no one doing that. Because if they get too close, then they going to get smacked. And even after that, now my homie Doggy Dog has got my back. And he ain't going to never let me slip because if I slip, then I'm slipping. And I ain't gonna be the one out here just slipping like that. So, you know, we just gonna show them how, you know, like the homie DOC, can't nobody do it better. So I was like, how y'all about to do this? He was like, you know, just like this, and like that, and like this, and like that, and, you know, a little bit like this. And I was like, what in the world does that mean? He's like, don't even worry about it because we don't even give a F about those. So I was like, well, what you gonna do next? He said, nah, you just gotta chill to the next episode.